Imagine being locked in an abandoned hotel, and the only way to possibly escape is making it through 100 doors. Sounds easy enough, right? Yeah, not really. Credit and thanks to Judys, I think, for the video idea. His channel is in the description. I'm starting off with Doors because I feel like it's the most popular and/or famous Roblox horror game yet. And it's also the thumbnail. In case you somehow haven't played it before, Doors is a pretty simple game where you have to make it through a long-ass hotel with 100 doors. Now, I want to preface something before I dive into what I want to talk about. If I were to be in the universes of these games and taken to each location, I want to speak in the perspective of a person who hasn't played the game and knows what to expect. Because if I were to have prior knowledge to the place I'm in beforehand, I'd know exactly what to do. And that would just make it less spooky. So I don't want to do that. That being said, this place would be freaking terrifying. At first, it would look like a nice, warm, cozy hotel until I realized the rooms repeat with seamlessly endless doors. Because think about it, if I found myself stuck in this hotel with no prior knowledge of what to expect, I'd have no idea that there's only 100 doors. So until I found door 100, it would feel like an infinite backrooms level, which is horrible. But that doesn't sound too bad. I just have to go through a bunch of doors until I find door 100, then I'm good, right? Yeah, I forgot to mention that there's monsters in this game as well, and a lot of them. And there's big-ass freaking spiders in drawers. Like, why? Why do we have to have spiders in drawers? Are we for real right now? The only monster I think I'd actually have a genuine chance against would be Seek, because the human instinct to run my ass off would actually be a benefit to me. And maybe Seek, because I might have enough brain cells to be quiet enough to evade him, but even then, I don't know. Oh, well, if you've made it past the monsters, then you'd be good once you escape door 100, right? Wrong. Because after you make it to the final door, you go down an elevator, guarded by Seek, and you want to know where the elevator leads to? Freedom? Home? No. Another floor with another 100 doors, with even more monsters. Yeah, I'd be cooked if I ended up here. The only possible benefit of the doubt I can give this place is there's things like beds and stuff, but even then, who's to say I wouldn't get touched in my sleep or something? So you know how I was talking about how I'd absolutely cry if I ended up in the Doors Hotel? Yeah, well, let me introduce you to the underwater doors, aka pressure. Yeah, if I were here, just kill me at that point. You're telling me that I would have to deal with the same issues I deal with indoors, but with sea creatures under the ocean? Hell no. Ever heard of thalassophobia? What about semicanophobia? Or the worst one yet, megalohydrothalassophobia. If any of those ring a bell, and even if you have one of those phobias, you're cooked, buddy. And I low-key do, so you might as well just spank me with a spiked paddle. The Mimic. My favorite Roblox horror game of all time. So many memories playing this game. That being said, get me the frick away from this place. The Mimic is a horror game that blew up on Roblox between 2021 and 2022. It's a series of chapters within books of a lot of different places to explore. But I'll just talk about chapter 1, book 1, because it's the most iconic, I think. It's like a Japanese-based horror game. It's actually a pretty cool environment. You start off in an abandoned school, meet a couple spooky people, then venture down to Japanese town for some reason. Then you make your way through this maze with this tall mommy monster trying to kill you. Then through another town, some caves, a house, then back to a hotel. Wait, thinking about it, I'm sensing a theme with these spooky haunted hotels. This is where things get pretty darn freaky. In the first part of the hotel, you're met with the violin playing Ghost Girl, which, is already pretty concerning. But that doesn't even come close to the final part of this game. In the final part, you're squared up against yet another maze, and you're met with... Yeah, I'm good off that, okay? The first girl was scary, but also weirdly hot. This is just terrible. And you think once you get through the maze, you've escaped and are safe? You need to stop assuming these things if so, because obviously not. After this point, we've got 3 more chapters of the first book. This is basically just Roblox backrooms, but a really good and well thought out one, with multiple levels, each with monsters. Yeah, I think you can catch my drift. If you haven't heard of the backrooms, I really have no idea why you're even watching this video and not knitting or sewing. You start off in level 0, probably the most iconically known backrooms level, with the yellow walls and whatnot, with the wire-looking monster roaming around. Then this watery sewer level with this big-ass starfish-looking disgusting. Then this office place with the crawling dude. Then another sewer area that is kind of a vibe, but also extremely uncomfortable. Then finally, black. Nah, I'm kidding. This level's a giant, completely dark cave with probably the most eerie monster of them all. Yourself. Because you're so damn ugly. This monster is like a shapeshifter that'll turn into the person it kills, which is disturbing as fuck. Plus, quite literally the darkest piece of gameplay I've ever experienced. Hell nah. I honestly think it would be really fascinating being stuck in the back rooms. That being said, I'd still shit my pants. I honestly forgot about this game. But man, this game had such an eerie and disturbing tone to it. I can't remember playing Chapter 3, but I vaguely remember Chapter 1 and 2 having the best memory of Chapter 1. You start off in like a carnival ride, then like a sewer place, then a theme park, then some buildings, then the final boss. The level design is really just gritty and dark. Like honestly, this game probably has the creepiest atmosphere, especially the theme park. Like it's almost liminal. The atmosphere alone could have still landed a spot in this video, but there's another aspect that really drives it home. Judy herself. Look at this creature. I mean, don't get me wrong, regular Judy, she kinda, she kinda bad, but not this. Not this. Oh, and I forgot to show you what the final boss looks like. Here you go. The amount of sheer fear I'd feel being close to this creature, Lord have mercy. And look at the monsters in Chapter 2. I honestly think they got it worse, bro. It's disgusting. I feel like this game is a little bit more niche than my other picks, but I had to include it for two reasons. The first reason being, please just feast your eyes, cause Bro, what is that? Dude, nah, actually, this literally might be worse looking than, like, the monsters in Judy. Like, actually, I might be a wuss puss because I get scared shitless over spiders, but this just isn't right. Like, if I saw this thing, I'd unironically be too scared to even dookie myself. I'd actually probably just pass out. I don't even know the point of this game. Like, I think it's like Piggy, which is like Granny. So it's a copy of a copy, basically. And the whole premise of that game is like you're stuck in this house and you need to find items to escape. So it's basically like a homemade escape room, literally. The Granny games themselves would be pretty dang terrifying to be stuck in due to the atmosphere and Granny being a crazy bitch, but Piggy, not so much. So why is Spider on this list? Because of the freaking spider, dude. What do you mean, why is it on this list? Toaster, you said there are 2 reasons why you'd crap yourself in this game. What's the second reason? Oh, thanks for asking, guys. Yeah, so at the beginning of the game, it puts the players in a box with a table, and the spider comes down and it chooses a player to infect. Think of it like Spider-Man, but way worse. Because you have the chance to become this freaking abomination. Yeah, if I had to not only be stuck in this house, but become this creature, I'd probably just hang myself with my webs.